how long did you take to actually be really comfortable with the mechanics of the game?
I mean, I'm comfortable with Sorcerer, but I wouldn't say that I'm comfortable with the mechanics of the game still to this day. That it's something that we don't necessarily talk about in our campaign, but we've talked about on stream and in our podcast that released a couple of days ago, or last night, was it? Was it last night? What day is it today? It's Thursday. 2 days ago, we released a podcast with Rob about this as well. But it's something we say a lot is that we bring the characters in the comedy, and it's Rob that brings the D&D.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
We use Dungeons and Dragons as a format to tell a long form improv comedy story.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's an argument to be made that it may be better if we were experts in D&D, but then some people say they learn D&D through us constantly over 4 years learning about D&D.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason that they like our series.
Exactly.
So it's hard to say, but I would still say I'm not an expert in D&D by any stretch of the imagination, and I am probably out of the four of us boys the most expert in D&D.
So
it's still learning how to play. Rowan's still learning how to play Barbarian.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So there's Rob, and then there's you, and then there's the other guy.
Very, very far down. Yeah.
They're not on the page. No. Look.
Yeah, but we get a lot of criticism, I guess you'd call it, saying, the boys don't actually care about D&D, or they don't know D&D, or they don't know the characters, or they're not playing their characters correctly. All the various shades of that criticism that we may have got over the years.
Shades of shade.
Our response always back is, that's not what we're doing. Yeah. Rob is the one that's the expert. He brings the D&D. We bring the characters of the comedy. That's our expertise.
And you know what? Like, the player's handbook alone, like, even Rob, and Rob knows a lot of D&D, the player's handbook alone is 300 and some odd pages. Then there's the monster manual, then there's Dungeon Master Guide. To have an encyclopedic knowledge of this stuff, and of what all the classes do and all the spells do, I mean, it's a pretty big ask. Really?
Oh God! And how many D&D books are there? There's like 70 D&D books or something across the years.
Yeah. Like, and I've been playing D&D since I was 7 years old. And I don't know what all the spells do. But for a show,
the amount of times, even in our campaign, that Rob goes, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to look that up," or he's got it mildly wrong and didn't realize, or
But for a show, how boring would the show be if you every 10 minutes had to go, hang on.
That's not correct.
Actually, I don't think that we got that right. Can we go back? I mean, it would just destroy the whole feel of the show. So I think
it would, exactly.
This isn't a platform for rules lawyering.
No. And you see Rob does it as well. Sometimes it's like someone says, I want to do a thing, and Rob says, how's that work? And they go, I don't know, we don't have time, or it doesn't matter to read it. Rob just goes, okay, well, let's do it this way instead, and
That's right.
And rules be damned.
Yeah.
Roll this for me, great, you succeed or fail, moving on.
One of the most valuable pieces of dungeon mastering advice I ever read was, if you don't know the rule, don't waste time destroying the action. Just say, I don't know, I'll look it up for next week, but for now what we're doing is this. Just move.
Exactly.
Just go.
Yeah, and we do that a lot, which is, I think, the best way to do it, basically.
Let's change gears off of D&D playing and talk a bit. Let's get a bit philosophical for a second, if you don't mind. One of the questions that I ask anyone who comes as a guest on the Dice Legenz channel is around, what's the value in this? Like, I do firmly believe that part of human nature is to want to contribute to the world in which we live, to have a life of meaning in some way, right?
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
So then why are you and I spending so much time doing this?
Yeah, to be honest, and this is not just for our D&D channel, this is for our skits channel as well. I think it comes down to that desire to tell a story and to entertain, and it's that mentality has been around since the birth of humanity. Telling stories around the campfire or the court jester in the king's court or whatever. It is just an innate sense of wanting to tell these fantastical stories, or tell tell a bit of comedy, or make someone else laugh, make someone feel good, make someone's day slightly brighter with a good story or a good fantastical tale or a joke or a bit of comedy. The one of the as anyone who knows me more in my personal life knows that I love a good dad joke.
Oh yeah,
and
I love the dad jokes that you have on your Instagram feed. I must say, they're awesome.
The whole point of a dad joke, the dad jokes are bad on purpose, and
exactly.
It's the same. It's the same as a joke in a Christmas cracker.
Yeah.
You're not what the dad joke is doing, or what the Christmas cracker joke is doing, is actually bringing you together, and that's why they're so good at Christmas time in a Christmas cracker. It's because you're not a lot of other jokes you're laughing at someone, whereas with a dad joke or a Christmas cracker joke, you're laughing. You two people or a group of people are laughing at the joke because it's so bad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it's bringing people together
as well.
Say that again, sorry.
And perhaps at the person that's telling it as well.
Yes, and that brings you together.
Yeah.
The actual telling of that joke. And so, looking broader out from dad jokes, it's the same can be said for comedy and just storytelling in general. Is that any story you're telling is, and whether or not that's comedy or fantasy or action or superhero film or a hard-hitting drama or something, it is a way of examining who we are as a people, and ideally bringing us together a little bit more. And that's kind of what I know, that really what we're just doing is, for the most part, making silly jokes about video games and making dick jokes and fart jokes and
hang on
and poo jokes and whatnot.
But you guys make dick jokes, fart jokes, and poo jokes.
I know, right? God, shock horror. But really, what you're doing that is going, hey, if it's a video game joke, where you're bringing the community of that video game together around that funny glitch, or that that bit of social commentary around a video game or something, and laughter brings people together. And there's a very fine line between comedy and drama, and hence why there's the masks of comedy and drama and whatnot.
And I think sorry, go ahead. You go on, then I'll say.
I was just going to say it's why you'll often see not just Viva La Dirt League, but comedians in general can make such an easy leap from comedy to very, very serious drama. For example, either our mental health series, or sometimes we'll just gut punch with a serious NPC Man episode or something. Because that line between comedy and drama is so thin.
I find it fascinating. For example, to illustrate that, Adam Sandler, his entire career, not entire career, but so much of his career has been making the goofiest comedy movies, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he says, I'm going to do something totally different. And actually, he pulls it off.
It's the thing is, it's the same muscle as I say. A comedic actor or a comedian's job is to bring people together with the context of the joke, and it's such a small leap to go then whatever the social element of that joke is, just don't have it be a joke. Have it be serious. It's very not hard, rather.
Yeah.
If you're a good actor to make that leap. And you think about like Will Ferrell. One of my favorite movies is Stranger Than Fiction.
Totally.
That movie is absolutely heartbreaking.
And isn't he?
And he does a great job in it. Yeah.
And he's so brilliant in it. Yeah.
And yet, usually, like you think about Anchorman or something, he has the most base humor in those types of movies.
Yeah. Speaking of something serious, I do have a question for you. What do you get when you cross a bull and a halfling?
Oh, I don't know. What do you get when you cross a bull and a halfling? I've not heard this one before.
A Minotaur.
God damn it! I should have known that. God damn it! It's so obvious now that you say it. Okay. I'm gonna keep that one up here for a wee while. Then, thank you. That'll be on the roster for a wee while.
Goodness, oh my goodness. Hey, look, that's there's just really only one other question that I have for you. This is not quite as serious as the last question, and that's cats. Cats. I have got a theory going on.
One of them should be right here next to me right now, but I don't know where he is.
I've got a theory. Here's the theory. I have a theory that the Venn diagrams between cat owners and Dungeons and Dragons players there's a big overlap.
Almost full overlap, yeah.
Almost full overlap. Like, we have some dog lovers in our Dice Legenz community, but almost all of them also have cats.
Yes, I would love to dig deep into the social analysis of why that is. I couldn't theorize about it right now. But I would love to know why that Venn diagram overlaps so much.
Let's make it up. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Dungeons & Dragons players are happy for DM to tell them what to do. And so we also love animals that think that they're the boss.
That tell us what to do, yeah. So a Dungeons & Dragons player, is not the master. The DM is the master. And Rob has a dog. He's the person who wants to be the master. As a dog, and the people who are more likely to have a master have cats.
That's it. We've nailed it.
Yeah. There you go. Got it. Done.
We've now solved a social question that has been plaguing generations and generations of people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Wow. Hey, well, look, this has been a truckload of fun. I think to round off our interview, how about, I think everyone knows who you are and Viva La Dirt League, but why don't you give us a shameless self-promote anyway?
Let's do it. Well, if you haven't seen us, our skit channel is Viva La Dirt League on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of the things. Otherwise, we're on Patreon at patreon.com/VLDL if you wanted to donate and help us out. And if you want to check out our D&D, we're at youtube.com/Viva La Dirt League D&D. And
excellent, wonderful content it is too. So funny, brilliant.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, look, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you, Adam. We've taken up an hour of your time. Thank you very much for the generosity of your time. It's been brilliant.
Thank you very much for having me on. Bye, everyone.
We'll